Hello everyone, this is Ashrit from Learn Digital Academy. So last few sessions we discussed on how to create elevation, how to play with the materials, how to add a textures, how to add a cladding stones, everything we discussed. Okay, so before taking any final outputs, the major thing you need to do lighting effects. Yes, of course. What kind of light you need to take a render, how to place with the light, how to play with the light and all. We need to work. Okay, so in this session we'll discuss on how to work with the lights and all. So my basic elevation and moreover according to my camera, the angle whatever you need. So already we fixed it up. So let's create lights. So what kind of light you need? So exactly I need a sunlight. So where you will get a sunlight? In the right hand side here you have a bulb symbol, that one we call it as lights. So under lights we have different things. So currently I'm working with a V-ray, so that's why I select a V-ray. So V-ray light, so V-ray IES light, V-ray ambient light and V-ray sun. So for day scene or evening scene, if it is a exterior, V-ray sun will give you a beautiful output. This is a basic lighting, so that is V-ray sun. So just select a V-ray. So anywhere in your viewport, so drag like this. So if you're dragging like this, it will be in exactly in your viewport. What you need to do, the better option is go for front view or side view. So use a V-ray. From top to bottom you drag. So top one is sun, the bottom one is your target. So would you like to automatically add a V-ray sky environment? Yes. So of course we need a sky in the background. So that's why you need to add a V-ray sky. Click yes. Okay. So then here you can observe your lighting. So you can move this, so from where you want to place or where you need to place your light direction and all. So the basic light is placed. The next thing is light intensity or light modifiers. So for modifiers, so just scroll down. In the right hand side you have a option light intensity, that is intensity multiplier, the brightness of your sun. So here you can observe the brightness of your sun, intensity multiplier you need to change. So then size multiplier means the size of your sun. So how much size you need, you can increase the size multiplier. Okay, so these are the major two things you need to concentrate whenever you are working with a V-ray sun. Okay, so let's check with the output. So to check the output, first wherever you need to add all the lights. So just I added only one light, so I need only one light, that is enough, more than enough for sun. So this angle I want to take a output. So just fix the angle. We need to add a camera. Without camera it is very difficult to check the proper preview. So just add a camera. So where, so again go back to your list. So exactly right hand side to the light you have a camera option. So you can observe, so V-ray camera. So one is V-ray doom camera, one is V-ray physical camera. So most of the cases 99%, or I can say it as 100% to take a render outputs, everyone prefer V-ray camera. So just what you need to do, the same thing left hand side also I have a V-ray parameters. So here you can observe this all are our lights, cameras, settings and all. So what I will do, just I will click on camera. So now you can observe the grids, horizontal grids and vertical grids, and also currently you are looking through a camera angle. How can we able to find a proper camera angle? How I am saying it is in a camera angle? So very simple. Here you can observe this viewport previously stands with a perspective, now it is in V-ray camera. So once your camera angle is fixed, don't change any direction in your camera angles. If you want to change, go back to perspective and change anything in your viewport. Maybe material, maybe objects, or maybe shapes, or if you want to do some changes in design, use perspective view. So click on V-ray camera. So here you have an option, change it to perspective. So now this thing is in perspective. You can observe this is your sunlight and this is your camera. Everything we placed. Again to check the render, go back to camera, perspective, camera. Currently I am using only one camera, that's why it is showing V-ray camera 1. So if you have n number of cameras, it will show you n number of things. So settings. So then always you need to turn on save frames. So save frames. This is my area. Now you can observe your camera is too far, right? So it's too far. So what you need to do? So go back to top view. So select your camera. So just move your camera front. So in which direction you move, your camera will work. So you can take how much front I'm moving, how much area or where you want to place, everything it will showcase over here. Okay. So just I'm playing each and individual things with the camera angles only. You can observe. You can move your camera angles in all the directions. So we're at target, that is camera target I have selected. You can observe, you can move the camera. So you can select both the things and you can move together. So if you're facing difficulty to move one by one, so select both the things and move together. So we have camera tools also. So camera tools also will work in the similar way. So you can use camera tools, otherwise you can go with your normal things. So you can observe I am moving my camera in all the direction. If I move in top, so it will give you a top angle, so top movements and all. See, so just you need to fix the camera, how much area you need to render properly. So this is my perfect camera angle I placed over here. So camera angle is fixed, so just render it. So shortcut is shift Q. Yes, so now you can observe a very beautiful output, right? So it will take some time to render, so make sure you need to wait. So you can observe the white, the backdrop sky. So then here you can observe the glass. We placed a glass, right? Yes, exactly. Here you can observe the glass. Again, the side elevation you can able to find. So it will take some time because the quality is 1600 into 2000. So if you give a lesser quality or a lesser size, it will render faster and it will render quicker. So once you rendered, so once the render is done, then only you can able to identify so whether whatever designs you did is proper or not. Very beautiful stones you can see, very beautiful glass shades also you can see over here. The blue a glass shade, the blue glass we added. You can observe the blue glass. Yes. So still I want to make some changes. That's why I'm cancelling the render. Press escape to cancel the render. So then go back to perspective. So turn off save frame. I need to place a floor. Currently I don't have a floor. I need to place a floor. I'm using a plane. So just draw a plane. So how much big? It's up to your requirement. You can use. So check in camera view how much you can able to find. Okay, so this much is more than enough for me. So go back to perspective, turn off save frame. Yes, so this much is more than enough for me. So instead of showcasing a empty floor or empty thing, so we'll add a grass. Right, we'll add a grass. So go back to material, press M. So use empty thing. So click on standard, that is diffuse, bitmap. So find the grass. So already I have a lot more things. So that's why I'm directly going for the textures, elevations. So you will get lot more beautiful things. Okay, so just you need to download whatever the required items. Here you can observe grass. Just open it. So opened. So select the floor or a base, apply, turn on this. If you can't able to see your textures in viewport, make sure you need to turn on show shaded materials in viewport. So now you can observe the texture, but it is stretched, right? So yesterday we added one beautiful modifier called map scaler for tails, that is cladding stones. So add map scaler. You can observe now this fits properly. So sun is there. So yes, so sun giving a beautiful light settings. If you need a more brightness, increase the brightness of the sun. So then exactly in front of building I want to place some road. So take a copy So I don't want map scaler, right click and delete. So go back to material. So use a new material. So diffuse, bitmap. So already I have a road texture also. Here you can observe. Open it. So then apply, show. Yes. So now you can observe the road texture is in different angle. So what you need to do now, instead of map scaler, so map scaler will not work for this. You need to add a UVW map. So UV map. So UV map also we discussed when we are placing a texture for gates. So UV map. So open the UV map, select a gizmo, rotate it. I need in this direction. So rotate it for 90 degree. So then I don't want this much big road actually. So the width is too big. So this much is more than enough. So just place the road. Yes. So little more smaller size I need. Select a gizmo, rescale it. So like this. The repetitions of the textures. So now go back to camera, turn on save frame. Shortcut is Shift F. So press render, Shift Q. So now this looks more decent. See, our floor is there, our road is there. Yes. So one by one, we need to add everything. So to get a beautiful output. So little more wide angle I need, that is a little more zoom out angle I want to place. So select your camera in a top view, move little more back side. So left hand side, right hand side, it's up to you. You have an option to move. See. So little more corner angle I want to place. That's why I'm moving. So because I want to showcase side elevation also. You can use. Yes. So now I can able to identify the side elevation also. In the same way I can able to identify this front elevation also. It's up to you guys. So how you want to place, you have an option to place. So where you want to place also you have an option. So just you need to focus how to use the things. Yes. So now front elevation is there, side elevation also is there. So everything looks proper. So it's up to you. If you are not happy with these things, you can fix it for the previous direction. Just use the middle mouse to pan. So how much angle you want to change in the top view, you can move your cameras. So little more front, little more back, up, down. So very minute things you can use and you can alter with the help of these things. So this looks good, more than enough. Now press Shift Q. It's a render. Yeah. So now this looks more beautiful. Now this looks more attractive and decent. Yes. So sunlight proper. In case if you need evening scene, so what you need to do, very simple. So move your sun completely to the bottom, like off. So render it. You can observe now this looks a sunset kind of thing. It's an evening thing. So automatically you can observe the orange tone in your lighting because a sunset tone you will get. Just you need to decrease the height or the scale of the sun. That means previously I placed exactly top on the house. So now I am moving little more down. So still if you want to more dull, so move your sun below the ground level or exactly to the ground level. So you will get little more darkness. See. So more darker you will get. So completely dull or completely dark you need. So move completely to the bottom below the ground level again. So now you can able to identify complete dark. So in this case you need to add more lights. So we have a different types of lights. You need to add a more lights in this case. Yes. How to add more light? So let's find. So the first thing, we'll take a day scene output and we'll save. And the second thing, we'll take a night scene. For night scene or evening scene, we need to add more lights. So because of course in our natural also, after evening in the night scene or in the dark scene, we used to add lights, right? Artificial lights. In the same way, we need to add. So let's take one day scene output in the beginning stage. So move your sun completely to the up. So render it. Yes, now this looks more pretty and this looks more decent. By default, you will get the shades, you will get the shadows and all. So because our sun is a natural source of light, automatically it will give you shades, shadows, light intensity and all. So just wait for a few more minutes. I will get a proper render output. So later you can save this. So this render time completely depends on the kind of quality render you are taking and the kind of laptop or systems you are using. So if you have a good configured system, you will get a very quick render, depends on the setting. So now currently you can observe my render setting size is 1600 into 2000 height and width. So height is 2000, width is 1600. So you can use different sizes, you can play with the different kind of things and all. So let's wait for a few more minutes. It will give you a proper output. Then I will show you how to save your things. So now you can observe wherever you can see this kind of lights. So this is your final output. Wherever you can see dark, so that is still in a rendering process. So each and individual time a render is must and should to take up beautiful outputs. Your complete elevation lightings, the beautiness depends on this final render things. So just you need to be patient. So you need to be more concentrate on which part looks more highlights. So which parts looks more dim and all. So because currently we are working with a day scene light. So day scene light, if you had only one light, that is more than enough. This looks more decent. This looks more pretty. So we created our complete light setting only with the use of sunlight. So a natural source, a natural sunlight. So here you can observe, you can see the shadows. So because I placed the sun in opposite direction, so like in this corner, so you will get a shadow in opposite direction only as a natural shadow. So different types of designs you will get, different types of color combinations you can use. But these are all the basic things, these are all the standard things you need to follow whatever design you do in future. So basic render settings, light settings, sunlight, materials, how to add textures, how to import CAD plan and all we discussed a few more sessions. Yes, so now your complete render is done. So just the major thing is I need to save. So in the top you have a save option, save. So where you want to save, you can. So this one I call it as a day scene. So I don't want to place this sky. I want to place some trees. I want to place some sky, beautiful sky, birds and all in the background. So that's why what I will do, instead of saving in a JPEG, I used to save in a PNG. So PNG means you will get a transparent background. You can't able to place anything if you're taking in a JPEG format. So that's why I prefer PNG. Use PNG and save. So apply. Okay. So PNG means you will not able to find this backdrop. So like sky. So just you need to place the backdrop in compositing, the later editing part. So we'll discuss that. Okay. So once it is done, how? Yes. So that's it. So now right click, open with Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a software where we are doing composition. So you can add a trees, you can add a birds, you can do some small color changes and all. So make sure. So after doing all the elevations, you need to play with editing softwares. So currently, remember, we are working with a day scene. So day scene, what kind of sky you need to match. So now you can observe the background is empty. So what I need to play with the brightness. Go for image in the top, adjustment, brightness and contrast. Just I'm clicking on auto. So auto will give you a very decent output. So if you are happy with the auto, leave auto, otherwise go with the manual settings, manual brightness. Yes, so here you can observe it's removed a -8 brightness and it increased the 13% contrast. If you're happy, apply OK, otherwise you can cancel it. So then background sky I need, what kind of things I need. So file, place, embed. So just find, so you need to find a sky. So already I have a sky. So what kind of sky? So here you can observe I have a trees. I'm placing a trees. So background, place it. So you can observe this one also transparent. In Google you will get everything transparent images. So just you need to place and just you need to match it. So increase the size. So move the layer to the bottom like this. So now this looks more decent. Yes. So backdrop also placed in the far distance, you can observe. So one more copy I need. Right click on the layer, duplicate layer or press Ctrl J. So flip it. Ctrl D, tree, free transform, horizontal. So I need a tree. I want to place a tree like this. You can place a tree. Then apply. Okay. Yes. So this looks more decent. So this looks more beautiful. You can place, it's up to you how you are placing, what kind of images you are placing. So then I want to place a sky. So file, again place, embed. So find a sky. Here you can observe I have a sky. So click, place it. So place and scale it. So you can place any kind of sky. Move the layer completely to the bottom. Yes. So then zoom out. So now you can observe this looks more decent. This looks more natural. Yes. In the front area, I want to place some bushes. So flower bushes or plant bushes and all. File, place, embed. So I have few things also. So where, yes. So here, place it. So decrease the size. So place it in a proper way. So zoom in. So because you need to place in a attractive way. So according to camera angle, you need to match the things. Otherwise, it won't look good. So one over here. So take a copy. And I want to place the same thing in opposite direction. Up to this. So if you want to place here, you have an option. You can place wherever you need. You can place. So now this looks more decent. This looks more beautiful. The day scene elevation is ready. So use Photoshop to composite, to add different things like trees, plants and all. So instead of creating or placing everything in a 3D, so normally people they use Photoshop and they prefer Photoshop to place this kind of things. Hope the session was informative. We'll catch up in next session.